That is the way to peace. That is what he told them. And when you give them land, that is, you are starting another, you put the problem in another level, in a very high level, because they continue expanding. You give them, for example, 1 kilometer square of land. In the next 5 years, they will expand it to 100 kilometers square. In the next 20 years, it will become 1,000 kilometers square or more, 10,000 kilometers. They will fight and they will be fighting and killing. That is how they are. Are you hearing me? That is the solution. You want peace? Give them land. After all, the former minister of Festus Keyamo during Buhari regime, he said it openly. He's there on YouTube. If you want you indigenous population, you want land, you want peace, give the Fulani land. If you refuse to give them your land, you will die, you'll be killed, you'll be massacred, and they will still take the land anyway. The person saying this is a Yoruba person. Do you see how they manipulate indigenous population? Sometimes I look at indigenous people as people that are cost, because it makes me, I start wondering, I say, why is it that indigenous people are the ones that are suffering everywhere? Don't you make this type of research? Check everywhere. Look, let me tell you for your information, among of 8 billion plus human being that is inhabiting this world, the indigenous population worldwide is less than 700 million. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Of 8 billion the population of the whole world now is 8 billion plus. Of that population, the number of indigenous people that are still inhabiting their land today as indigenous people is less than, I think statistically, it says between 400 to 500 million only. They want to destroy anything indigenous. That is the world order for your information. Is pure fact. They want to destroy indigenous people laying claim on land. Actually, you make one anywhere you Keketorian, everywhere you like the Fulani are doing. Naga Biridia, kill, take over everywhere. This the world order don't want that. What I'm telling you is pure fact. The world order don't want that. That is why in many parts of Europe, you don't lay claim on land. The land belongs to the government everywhere. People can bear me witness. You don't just come like in our place. You just buy land or get land, start building. Most places now you don't build. You cannot buy. You cannot start building. So how actually destroy indigenous people with this claim on land? Actually, it destroy in this world couple direct. So that place. They want to destroy everything indigenosity. Sometimes for us to understand like this, what are the type of mess, the type of danger, I don't know what I'm saying. Why am I saying this? It's not to cause fear, no, but to make our people understand the type of danger I know, the type of world I know, so that we quadruple our effort. I know maybe 20%, 1,000%. I know what I am. The world order is trying to destroy indigenosity in this world. This world, the world order destroy complete, to be destroyed, so that we claim on land like that's no, they don't want it again. That's why they are, you see, Europeans, they destroyed the indigenous people in America and took over their land, all their lands, or most of their lands in the Americas. Do you know what it means? In the United States, the indigenous people, they are no more, they are not up to maybe 5%. No, they are not up to 5% of the population. They took over their land and destroyed. They took over their land and killed them, destroyed them. So here came everywhere. Here now that I know indigenous people Biafra sometimes on the windy this westerners on the because there are things I wanted we are people that are autochthon, that is indigenous. We are bound with the land. They bound with our land. Okay, now that is the thing. There are some things I get messing. No, I lie at this thing. No, you're lying at also this thing, this and that. All those indigenous, they don't want it. The world order hates it. They destroy all these things. I'm saying this for you to understand the type of mess I know, the type of difficulty I know. How indigenous people of Biafra, and the West mostly, they love it. No, they don't like it. They want everything destroyed. That's why they are aiding and abetting the marauders to make sure to because they know that if, for example, the Fulani completely take over Biafra land, even they cannot claim to be the owners of the resources in the land there. Britain will tell them, hey, we know you're his. No, now the Igbo race you destroyed here, so you can never lay claim on this. It's for all of us. Remember, you are not indigenous people. That is what Britain is doing. That is what the West they do. They will help you as a foreign to destroy the indigenous people. Now, when you come, they will be exploiting and looting. When those that settle there now start saying no, this one too much now, don't exploit like this, they will tell you, hey, now you get here. No be Biafrans get them now because we help you to destroy them in far back, 200 years back. So shut up. Do you see how they do? That is how they behave. And that is their motive. Because they know that the people that owns the place, they will, no matter what, if they are in charge of the resources, they will never allow the type of exploitation. The type of exploitation that is being carried out by foreigners. They will never allow it. Because it's their land. It is their thing. Say, no, don't, that's why even in some places there is oil. In some areas there is oil in some places, but when they want to exploit the population there will say, no, we don't want, don't touch our land, don't touch the land. Yes, there is crude oil, but we don't leave it there. You see that? Britain, they want to have complete ravage everywhere, as they are doing in Ohaji. Any place, they want, they exploit, they go and explore the place and dig the land. They don't care who owns it, because it is not their thing. So they do it the most evil way, without rules and regulations, with the complicity of the governors, of the politicians in our land. That is what is going on. So this Sunday Jackson that killed a Fulani terrorist in his own farm with the knife, the weapon of the Fulani, as self-defense. Now the case turned that he is a killer and he is facing death by hanging. Will Nigerians protest for this? The answer is no. Because they don't know how to fight. Let me tell you, if you want to continue staying in Nigeria, you want to be a Nigerian or continue remaining in Nigeria, you must be a daily fighter. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You must be a daily fighter. You must be at alert to be fighting for everything, because things are not good there. Nothing is okay there. Nothing. So it's just like you go to Kruger Park or in South Africa or Kalahari Desert. Just you are just wandering there. You will be at alert, because if you don't meet a jaguar, or if jaguar don't come your way, you will see a lion. If lion don't come your way, you will see elephant or giraffe or any type of snake, because it is their abode. It is a zoo. Are you hearing me? It's a jungle. So you are not safe. You that is wandering there in Kalahari Desert, in what is the name of this their park in that passes Tanzania and Kenya, going to South Africa and Namibia, all these places. So if you are wandering there with your on foot, you must be at alert. You will be a fighter. You will be looking for, because any animal can come. So you have to be ready to fight. That is how Nigeria is. In a zoo, you must be ready to be fighting everything, because nothing is good there. Oh, they sentence Sunday Jackson to death. You rise up. You call now. We are in a zoo. We have to rise up. People rise up to fight, to protest, because you are living in a zoo. Are you hearing me? But everything, you relax. Nigerians relax. Nothing, concern me. They'll stay in their comfort zone in their rooms. Start writing in comment section. Wow. So Fulani, wow. So Fulani don't own this country. Wow. This is injustice. Anyway, wow. Anyway, God go save us for this country. Wow. Finish. No boots on the ground. No, nothing. Tomorrow we touch you. Others will still write the same thing. Wow, this country, wow, this politician, wow, it be like saying a Fulani get everywhere now. How can, wow, people go right on your head. You are dead. Do you see that? Do you see how injustice will multiplies? But if people come out in Nigeria from everywhere, they come out, they say, no, this judgment is evil. That is what we are protesting from everywhere. You see, another time it will change, because what can checkmate evil people is when the good people rise up. Now you see that evil will be checkmated. But when evil people are conducting their evil with impunity, if they check, nothing, nobody comes out, nothing. They say, oh boy, now wow, they continue. Okay, despite injuries he sustained, Jackson overpowered his attacker, wresting the weapon from him and stabbed him as well, following which his attacker died. However, in gross travesty of justice, Jackson was sentenced to death in 2021 after being in prison for 7 years. Regrettably, today the Supreme Court upheld his death sentence 10 years after. And everybody is reading it on the news like this, and it's finished. Before you know, they will hang him. And another person, Fulani, he gives Fulani more power. They'll tell you, now we own this country. Are you hearing me? Look at when you listen to kidnapped victims of Fulani, or Fulani kidnapped victims, if they come out, they will tell you that Fulani is telling them that, look, they own this country, that this country belongs to them through their great grandfather Ottoman Danfodio. It's what they always say. So it's an ideology to them that your land belongs to them. Do you think that this ideology will go away out of maybe Nigerians believe in abracadabra, out of miracle? the ideology, the Fulani ideology of Nigeria belonging to them will just disappear. Do you think so? It doesn't happen like that. Never. Never. That's why Nigeria can never be bettered. Nigeria is gone. The people in charge of Nigeria, that is the Fulani Caliphate, they are not interested in anything development about Nigeria. No. What their primary goal is complete conquest and colonization of everybody. You are talking of your dream of advancing Nigeria. That is not it. It has nothing to do with them. That is not the other. When you look at everything that is happening in Nigeria, travesty of justice, impunity, you see that a country like this is not even aspiring of development. No. There is a reason behind that, because the Fulani is manipulating to be in complete control and colonization of every other indigenous people in Nigeria. That is their number one priority. You that is talking about development, you are talking to yourself. You are talking to yourself. That is a pipe dream. You are undergoing pipe dreaming. Do you see why Nigeria can never move forward? When you look at, for example, as Tinubu is there, and if he's not dancing to the tune of the caliphate, they'll sabotage him. How many terrorist organization is from Serengeti? Yes, thank you, Mazi. I was talking about Serengeti in both South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Namibia, Zimbabwe, all those places. So, what am I trying to say? When you are talking about development in Nigeria, you are living in Klaukuka land. That's why when I see like people, let me call the name, this VDM, I think he went to China. And then small thing how we get no hey, he's our savior now. He's a togi. The most foolish tribe in Nigeria. I'm telling you, people that could be easily manipulated. Very easy. I say very easy by others. Very easy. When you see somebody like that, they want to better Nigeria. Now this thing, Nigeria will be better. And when I look at the foolishness, it is stinking. I say, bring an angel from anywhere. Bring a spirit to come and rule Nigeria. Nothing. Because the evil wickedness has been institutionalized in Nigeria. They have succeeded in dividing the population that's supposed to checkmate the few politicians, and that's why they are on top. Fulani has been able, they have succeeded in isolating Biafrans, the Igbos, making others to hate Igbos, hate Ndibo, hate Biafrans. That is a strategy. With that, they are laughing. Anything they do, Fulani killing is no more a big story in Nigeria. Fulani terrorism is no more a big story. They call it bandits. They call them Lukarawa. They call them ISWAP, Boko Haram. All these terrorist groups. You don't see people being annoyed, being, chagrined positively to ask questions and say, but why is it that these people are our problem? No. Who they see as problem? Igbos. You rise up, they tell you, say no. You bring out one point, they say no, Igbos. No, Igbo man. I beg. We don't leave him. We want the Fulani to be killing us. And they will continue killing. But Biafra, we are moving away from Nigeria. That is the reality. So when you look at stories, news headlines everywhere is Fulani killing. Fulani killing, terrorists, you know. Now, 11 residents killed as Lukarawa terrorists sacked Kebbi State. Is one among thousands. Every day the same story. Every day the same story. That is why it's no more news. It's no more news. Are you hearing me? It's no more news. So you see, let me read it a bit. 11 residents killed as Lukarawa terrorists sack Kebbi State. You see all these Fulani terrorists killing everywhere in all the parts of the north. They don't take it as a big news discussions that is happening. Look at how, do you see how they take southeast, violence in the southeast? Oh, it's IPOB that is implicated. Every blessed day is today that after the demise of their agent, Ekperima, everything calmed down. It's no more yes. Now, but every blessed day, if not every blessed hour, when you listen to different news, you see, look at this one: 11 residents killed as Lukarawa terrorists sack Kebbi State. In Castina, the communities are decimated every blessed day, despite them having the government having meetings with the terrorists, armed to the teeth. It's not a big news. They don't discuss it in Nigeria as a Nigerian news, as a big, very big news, as worrisome. What concerns them, they program them, they pay them, say, be talking about Southeast. Oh, IPOB is the problem, is the problem. 11 residents killed as Lukarawa terrorists sack Kebbi State communities. That was March 11 news. 11th of March news. That was yesterday's news. No fewer than 11 people have been killed and 6 villages destroyed in a violent attack by Lukarawa militants in the Arewa local government area of Kebbi State. Let me ask this. I continue asking. During Biafra war, it took 3 years for Nigeria to defeat Biafra. 3 years. Only. Now, Boko Haram has been in place for 20-something years. From Boko Haram, they born another child to ISWAP, Islamic State of West African Province. From there, another one, Fulani headsmen. They continue bearing children. From Fulani headsmen, you have Lukarawa. Different terrorist groups multiplying. So, Nigeria is no more powerful to defeat all these things. It's only Biafra they have power. Do you see why I say the indigenous people of Nigeria, they are the most stupid human beings on earth? What I'm telling you is not out of sentiment. It's facts. It's facts. The Fulani is manipulating everybody, the whole indigenous people. They will carry the military. You see what they do. The military personnel that are non-Fulani, they carry them, put them to north, send them to hotspots to fight Boko Haram, to fight ISWAP, and they sell them and they continue slaughtering them by Boko Haram. Now they repented, so-called they radicalized the Boko Haram and all these Fulani terrorists. They bring them to the south, continue aiding their Fulani headsmen brothers to be killing our people, to be making lives miserable for us, to be on the roadblocks in our land, humiliating our people. When you look, I look at just few hours ago, I just scrolled and saw one video. Somebody made. He says, "Is this thing right?" A female, a woman. Maybe some of you have seen it on Facebook. They look at how the police is searching a woman clothes. It's a man that is searching the bag. They brought the whole from that small bus, the whole luggages of everybody down. And each sack they are searching. When they open a bag, they are not the clothes there. They will bring out the clothes one after the other to make sure that you feel that you are nothing. Sometimes I tell our people, I say, does anything even make our people to be to rise up in a righteous indignation? I don't think. Can anything make our people and rise up and say, no, enough is enough? Do we have red line? What is the problem? Sometimes I start questioning the rationale in our people's brain. I'm telling you, mostly. How can we be in this type of humiliation, occupation in our land? And we think that everything is okay. We are going around about our businesses, private businesses. Is okay. Yes, you see some people now make money. You go and make money now. You go and you know somebody, so that you have the phone number of one military officer. You'll be squaring money. You'll be giving some money, and one northern military official, which you'll be giving money. Any place they call you, look at, or you give you his a complimentary card. Any checkpoint, you show him. You show this my card. Maybe Musa Yaradua. You show him. He will allow you. If he didn't allow you, you call me. And every month you give the guy something. You give the man something. If he's doing his birthday, hey, you as Igbo man, you will pay more, so that he will be protecting you, giving you privilege in your own land. Do we really reason? We are talking of Palestine under occupation. We, the Biafrans, we are under the worst occupation in this world, for your information. Where we are humiliated every day, roadblocks in our land, the place that has different types of terrorist groups in the northern part of Nigeria, no roadblocks. You move freely, you don't see no roadblocks. But where we are, without no terrorist organization, nothing. You see police, Nigerian police, checkpoints, military, the defense force. The governors are now bringing like Soludo, Agone Chamber. They are bringing others in order to make anyone they bring, they will be online, continue blocking our roads and collecting money, humiliating our people. I said, do we have red lines at all? Do you see people? Do you see Palestine? Sometimes they have red line. They say, no, this one too much. They will react, do something. They walk. It doesn't matter how much they are being killed. They don't capitulate. They are not like us that have been, sedated. One of the sedation is or sedative material is religion. No, be good citizens. Don't revenge. Just pray, God will bless you. These are things that keeps us down. We don't have red line. I continue saying it. There is no two ways about it. People that are rising up or acting, they are not in this type of sedative. For your information, they are not given this type of sedation we are given. No, don't be good citizens. Don't rise up. Just God will do it. All this garbage, which they hold us on the ground. When you look at how our people are being humiliated every day in our land, it gives you, it makes you I'm telling you, how can we continue believing like this? Checkpoint is a journey that can take you maybe just less than 1 hour to travel to. Because of stop, checkpoint, you stop, you line up, they search you this and that. It can take you 3 to 4 hours. Not even counting bad road, no. Just only because of checkpoints. So you see that they are doing everything to make sure that we continue suffering, to make sure that we continue feeling that yes, we are a people under occupation and colonization, being stifled every blessed day, humiliated, so that you must run away from our land. The situation they put us into will make you run away. That is the policy. And one of the main architects of this policy is Obasanjo. You see Obasanjo, I will continue calling his name until he dies. He is the worst. Stop looking at Gawon. Obasanjo is the worst human being against Ndibo. For your information, he is the worst criminal. He feels that he understands how to deal with Ndibo. He feels it. He feel it. And our people don't know. Many of our people don't know. During his tenure, he appointed many was in his cabinet. Don't you people analyze deeply? Don't you make deep analysis and calculate issues, not based on sentiment? Don't you do that? So you see, 11 residents killed in Kebbi State. In Kebbi State only. You know, that is, you don't see, this is not a huge something. Kidnappers free abducted surveyors in Ondo State after collecting 20 million ransom. In Ondo, they are insecurity in everywhere. The north and the southwest is overwhelming. But whenever you hear them, they talk about the southeast as if everything is happening in southeast. Kidnapped Nigerian lawyer Mustafa against freedom. Mustafa, from where? Let me see. I think he's from where? Near Kogi. This is Kogi. Everywhere problems. All these people, you see how they use USAID in sponsoring all this terrorism, killing of indigenous populations in Nigeria, destroying farm crops so that they will inundate everywhere with GMO to control our population, so that people will be developing different kinds of diseases which you don't know. As you don't know it, being a very idiotic, superstitious human being, you will call it that na your brother or one of your brother or your village people. Boko Haram fighters strike in Yobe community, kill security operatives. These are news, to mention but a few. Raise down houses. These are news. Gunmen in military uniform abduct traditional ruler in Abuja. These are what you see news from northern Nigeria mostly. The actions of the Fulani terrorists everywhere, everyday killing. How do you think that Nigeria will be okay? You know, I say they give Nigerians job. They make sure this the content. You know, they promote content creators in Nigeria, and that's why this very dark man has become a celebrity. Who is even the people that are promoting him more are Igbo people also. Ndiara. Chai. Fear. Sometimes I'm saying no. All the car change in the Igbo this generation. they change. There's something that happened. One was here, we fake people thinking that this generation, people. When you want to make noise, hey, yeah, this is as a result of people that suffer the leaderlessness, no leadership, right from 1970, no leadership, no ideology. Anywhere people, if you see Kumuyi, you take him as your God. Promoters. Ghana Church of Synagogue of All Nations. Ndibo #1 promoters. The whole gatherings on Ndibo promoters. Nobody today, no very dark man, no promoters. Yes, in India, you tell these people, support, look at IPOB at, we have a genuine cause in order to make sure that we come out from this suffering we are suffering in Nigeria. Support IPOB. They will not. I'll be asking, why will it be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why will it be Mazi Chinedu? In short, you see, as Chinasa, that one, they say Chinasa, the way he speaks, I hate it. So I don't like his voice. Just like that. Or you see one type of useless fault or the other. Support what we are doing. IPOB needs money in order to continue what we are doing. Because the time has gone when some people that we are thinking that what we are doing is content creation. They have now seen the reality, because the person that is portraying, holding them on job through content creation is no more there. So our people, there is a way how many of our people reason. What is IPOB doing on ground? Do you think that let me tell you, what is constant in life is changes. Are you hearing me? The person that was doing water, now where is he? Where water land him? Where? Do you see, when we say the DOS is wise, do you think that it is just a small, just the ordinary saying like that? No. Water. If even if Nigerian military kill people, you say yes, it's him. He will go and take photo from Somalia, where they kill Somalian military by Al-Shabaab. He will say, "Nah, it happened. Now we do them. Now, hey, now they don't go down." Do you think that freedom fighting, it has no formula? Do you think things change and you change? You become dynamic. You change. Today, where is the water? Where is the Biafra? I'm going to declare Biafra 2nd of December 2024. Where are they? Where are those people that are where are they? What they wanted to do is to make sure to hijack IPOB and do this thing so that by today everybody are watching IPOB. That is the thing. When the foreign governments will be pursuing each member of DOS, arresting them. Now when you're on Abacha, that is what Nigerian government planned, but they didn't know. To their surprise, they didn't know that IPOB is 7 steps ahead of them. That is why when we are warning people that time, it is not like they are saying, what is the at least this one. Some people say, happen on you, even if you know, make on a leave them. They don't water at least because of him we still know that IPOB is existing. Now where is him and where are his followers? Where is him? People that are you will see a grown-up human being, somebody that you think he has something upstairs, or no, you start reasoning like a baby. You start warning our people, look, this is not IPOB. IPOB is not criminality. These are criminals. Don't worry, even on Saturday, Mazi Nnamdi will also reveal some names. He will reveal some criminals also for you to know. Because we see something in future. IPOB now here in future. Once something is coming, they know where it's heading to. So they start today in order. That is who IPOB is. For your information. Imagine that IPOB buying another trap in order to satisfy the sentiments of some of our people. Do you remember Mazi Chinedu? If you come on A, say, we are not here to try to make you happy. No. Even this thing is being repeated by Mazi all the time, every Wednesday. He used to say it. That we are not coming out, we are not doing this fight. Freedom fighting to make you happy. And when we come, we tell you something that will make you happy, relax. Hey, but whereas it is lie, we come, we tell you the reality. It doesn't matter how hard it is for you to understand that it is difficult, for you to also take precaution. That is it. That is why I told you even before that, look, the world order is trying to destroy indigenous attachment, indigenous people's attachment to their lands. That is why they are everywhere you see indigenous people. Most places today, the indigenous people are under persecution, for your information. The world order is sponsoring the destruction of indigenosity in the world. What I'm telling you is factual. They don't want people being attached to their land. Now, don't you see the Fulani? They tell you that they don't sell land. Their great grandfather, we don't sell it. They don't want all this. They want to have access everywhere. Are you hearing me? This is colonization. It's just like when the Europeans started colonizing, when they brought the missionaries came. What did they do? Anywhere they want to have access, give us land, bring land. They want to have access to every land so that they can exploit it. That is what they are doing today. When we are telling you this, it is for you to understand the mess we are in. We are not the type of people that you expect to come on air and be telling you how, Biafra will come in the next 3 weeks. We have bought jet fighters. You remain aircraft carrier. We are negotiating. And you clap, you say, yeah, and now, we are just to make you happy. Whereas we see, that all those things are lies. We are not, IPOB is not that. That is why we are warning our people when Ekperima was there, making all these claims, flamboyant claims, and using IPOB. And the people are believing nonsense. Yes, in India, some of our people want water brain. I'm telling you, I don't know it's because whether they are voluntarily doing it, they want to make you to be mad at them, or I don't know, or they are just genuinely doing it, that it is true. Somebody will come and tell you that, look, we have 2 fighter jets. We are negotiating for the 4th one. We are negotiating for another 2. So please come and donate money. I need 100 people that will be paying $10,000 every week, and people will believe. That's why I now understand why every church, mega church in Nigeria, is being sponsored by mostly Igbos. Not more 80% Igbos. Any so big daddy or mega church in Nigeria that does not have Igbos as their major members, it can never succeed. They hustle for Igbos like any, and once they get any Igbo people, hey, and I wanna hurt now. Don't you hear when our brother testified here one time ago that from UK he used to travel to Nigeria without any of his siblings in Nigeria knowing that he is in Nigeria? They will wake up and call you and see vision on you that I saw something on you. You need to come here. If you are coming, bring your tithe. Maybe one came mother get with a tithe of 10,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds, or more than. Yeah. If any money you come with, they make sure they strand you. They will lodge you in the hotel. Make sure they strand you. You don't have nothing. They leave you. If they feel that you are stranded, they leave you, and they will not even give you even transportation to go to travel from your hotel to airport to board the flight back to your destination. Very wicked, because they know that our people are stupid, exploitable. What I'm telling you, many of our people are still suffering this today. They will come from America, they'll visit, go Nigeria. Their Yoruba pastor, we call them, or any other pastor, we call them, tell them, hey, if you are coming, make sure none of your people know. You have to come. I'm seeing death in your family. Death in your family. He will put to fear, and before you know they come. This our brother, didn't he say that? He said he will come. He learn now. When he come, there is an inner bag where he used to hide 100 pounds. Just 100 pounds note. He will hide it. No person will see it. So that if he becomes stranded, that 100 pounds will take him from his hotel in Lagos to airport, and he will board and go back to England, being a victim. Why do we choose to be victims? Why? Because we don't listen. We are a people. Our people are very stubborn. They move around like the headless snakes. Moving a leaderless set of people. Anywhere they see, they move. When you see the right thing to join to support, no, they want to where it happen. Now they have followed many of our people. Some of our people have followed the experiment where it happen. Water. They jam rock. Now where again? They are looking for another people that will start to water. Yeah, start another style. Another set of people will come with another style. They will still fall victim. The mugus. They want IPOB to be behaving like all these content creators. Oh, if you come, you boss like Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. We come and start. They say, boss, tomorrow, na government of Kuwait wow, I'm confused now. Wow, they are. What we are doing is very hard, and we have to tell to you. That is why we need your support. You don't need to be an IPOB member in order to support what we are doing financially. As a Biafran, it is your duty. I'm saying it unapologetically. It is your duty. IPOB is doing many things on the ground. This is not the time. It's no more the time IPOB start coming to open up to tell you what is going on. No. Just for you to be happy. No. If you believe in IPOB, you support. If you don't believe, continue. Let me read this news headline as the last. New trial judge fixes March 21st for Nnamdi Kanu's trial. So they have fixed, the new judge have fixed the trial. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed Friday, March 21st for the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, to begin. That's it. So 21st of March, we shall see. The judge, let us watch and see, because you cannot get legality from illegality. It is impossible. So we are watching. This is where I'm going to stop. We'll go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will then open the line so that people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I'll be right back. Do not go away. I'll be right back.
death by hanging after Nigeria's Supreme Court may not have heard of him, but Sunday Jackson, a former student in his early 30s, is facing death by hanging after Nigeria's Supreme Court today upheld the judgment of a lower court in Adamawa State. Mr. Jackson was a student turned farmer who says he was violently attacked on his farm in Kodumti Forest in the Newman local government area in Adamawa State by a Fulani herdsman known as Buba Bawuro. The herdsman had strayed into Mr. Jackson's farm with his animals, and after Mr. Jackson challenged him, he apparently pulled a knife and a fight ensued. He stabbed Mr. Jackson a couple of times, but he managed to retrieve the knife and to stab his attacker in the neck, whereupon he died. Mr. Jackson was arrested and charged with murder. He has consistently argued that it was self-defense. In 2021, he was found guilty by a court in Yola and condemned to death by hanging. And today, the Supreme Court in Abuja upheld that judgment. So he's now in a race for his life, and the only option left is to appeal for clemency from the governor of Adamawa State. So what hope does he now have of a reprieve? Well, for more on this case, I'm joined now in the studio by a member of his defense team, the US-based human rights lawyer, Emmanuel Ogebe, and by Dr. William Terence Devlin, an American human rights leader who has been supporting Mr. Jackson. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming in. Let me start with you, Emmanuel. Just briefly give us the background to this case and what led to Sunday Jackson ending up on death row.
Yes, so this is really a sad day, I think, for Nigerians and their rights to self-defense. Nigerians already have to provide their own security, electricity, infrastructure, and now they can't even defend themselves without being sentenced to death. And I think all of us should be very alarmed by this very unfortunate precedent. In February of 2021, we read in the news about Jackson's death sentence just as we were coming into Nigeria. So we flew to Yola and I met with his counsel. He was so poor that it was Legal Aid Counsel that helped him. And so I looked through a copy of the judgment, and on the spot, in that initial review, I saw that there was a 167-day lapse between the close of arguments and the judgment. Now, our Constitution specifically says it has to be within 90 days. Now, the Legal Aid Counsel hadn't even found it. That shows you the quality of representation that he had or lack thereof. So, Mr. Jackson has been failed at every possible level by the system. And but
couldn't you adduce that argument at the Supreme Court?
Well, so here's the thing. So I was initially working with the Legal Aid Counsel to prepare an appeal. I traveled back to the US. When I came back, his counsel had changed. And so a group that I'm affiliated with had taken over, and I knew the chap with that. So I reached out to him and drew his attention to this fact. And he also had marshaled other facts and, threw them all in. But the sad thing is, despite everything, and the case is so clear because this man retrieved the knife of his attacker. So it wasn't his own knife. But one thing that really stands out to me is, I was talking to my dentist today about this, and a dentist said to me, what happened to the charge of manslaughter? Because at the very worst, if he had to be charged with something, it would be manslaughter. He did not know that chap before that day. He couldn't have premeditated this. And I believe that this is one of those cases that when it was brought by the police to the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecution, the DPP's advice should have killed this case. This man has no case to answer. And now he's sentenced to death. He's exhausted all legal channels and is awaiting execution.
How did you get involved in this case?
Barrister Emmanuel and I have been working for a number of years here in Nigeria on human rights issues, and this is a sad day, Charles, for human rights in Nigeria. Sunday Jackson, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm a human rights advocate. Sunday Jackson, by anyone's estimation, is totally innocent. And the issue where this man was out farming, minding his own business, and then the attacker came and a struggle ensued, And of course, this man is going to defend himself. That's why we call it self-defense. And yet, today, we were at the Nigerian Supreme Court, and it was very brief. It was only about maybe 2 minutes long, and we just wept at the failure of the Nigerian Supreme Court to say that this man, and they had the opportunity to say this man was totally innocent. We haven't seen all the ins and outs of the decision, but we had the opportunity to meet this humble farmer, this young man who unfortunately his wife abandoned him, had been on death row for 10 years. So Sunday Jackson has now become an international case for human rights.
Yes,
and
because
so we're going to continue to advocate.
I was going to ask you what are the international dimensions of this case?
Well, the international dimensions are Open Doors, which is a human rights organization, has recounted that there have been thousands of killings of Christians by Fulanis. And so as a human rights advocate and as a pastor, I'm here to advocate for this man who is totally innocent. So it has international implications. The eyes of human rights advocates are now on Nigeria. Like, how could this happen? How could this possibly happen? By anyone's estimation, as Barrister said earlier, manslaughter at least, because murder one that he's being convicted of and may face hanging if we can't get clemency for him, it has to be premeditated. So what justice on the Nigerian Supreme Court, that didn't pop up and say to him or her, this is a case of self-defense and this man is totally...
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 12th day of March 2025. That's above for our lines are now opened. Our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. It is both on WhatsApp and Signal. So let me repeat the number for the last time. +61 405 142 547. I have a caller that is there already. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Maz, I can hear you.
Well, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Mazi Chinedu, I'm calling from Dublin. Yeah, Maz, because before until if I can just take the opportunity why all the IPOB members in Dublin, you know, to use this opportunity to call out all the Biafrans, you know. The Biafrans, you don't need to be an IPOB member. They are lover of freedom. St. Patrick's Day parade coming up on Monday, this upcoming Monday, 17th of March, this 2025. So you don't need to be an IPOB member, you don't need to be, so far you love what we are doing, and the Biafran, it's your duty to come out and support us. You know, IPOB Island will be on the street that very blessed day. Yeah, we'll be celebrating with the Irish people, their normal yearly carnival for their St. Patrick's parade. So I'm calling on behalf of the office of the IPOB Dublin PRO. I want to use this medium to tell all the IPOB in Dublin that the time is now. This is our war front. The ASN that are in the bushes, clearing our bushes for us so that our parents, our siblings, they can farm. Here now, all of us now, most of us in diaspora, this is our war front. So you must come out. It is a must that we must come out. The IPOB member living in Dublin, you must come out. Coming up this Monday, 17th of March. We will be meeting at Red Cow train station. We'll be meeting there by 8 a.m. in the morning. We'll be gathering there before 9 o'clock. We already moved to Dundalk. So all roads lead to Dundalk. So that transportation made available in West House. If you are opportune to be there by 8, you can join all the transportation, the transport made available there. Or you can find yourself directly to Dundalk City, where the parade is going on. We are all going to Dundalk. So for those of us asking what is the leadership doing, why is the leadership not conducting a protest, just know that this is part of their strategy. This is our protest, so you must come out that day. This is I will continue to saying it. This is our war front. It's a war front, and the soldier you are meant to call. Anytime you are called out, you fall out. So this is our war front. You have to come out and join us as we join the Irish to celebrate their carnival. You know, and Mazi, most people will be asking questions: what is the leadership doing? What are they doing? The day the Nigerian people proscribe Mazi, head of DOS, the day they proscribe him, that day I know that man is actually doing something. If he's not doing anything, I don't think they will be able to even go to the extent to tag him some kind of unreasonable something in order to pull us down to the well. So I don't want to waste much opportunity. If you are asking if the leadership is doing something, if you are asking questions, we just have to know that we are staging another war front, and we need every member, like Mazi Jonathan said. You don't need to be an IPOB member to support us. You don't need to be an IPOB member to support us. Support us the way you can. This kind of parade, you can come out as a Biafran to support us. You just come out as a Biafran to support us, and we'll be there live and direct. Everybody will be there. And that day is a bank holiday. It's a public holiday, so no work that day, no motor will be going now, no buses. So everybody has to come out. So you don't have any reason to say, oh, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Please.
Mazi. Every IPOB member in Dublin should hit to this call. That is it. It's part of what IPOB is doing. Caller on signal. Mazi Oba. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Mazi Oba. Celestin Oba. Caller again, once again, caller on signal. Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on signal. Mazi, if you are speaking, if you are talking, I'm not hearing you. It's not coming out. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. There we go on.
And yes, this program. I am talking to you, Professor Jonathan. Are you not hearing me? Okay, thank you so much. So what I'm saying is there are some vital points that caught my attention that you mentioned on the process of your broadcast, and to say the weakness of the indigenous population of Africans and the war precisely, and with particular reference to Nigeria. And I want to say something on that. The docenity and the imbecility is not a function of the cultural value system of these indigenous people that occupy their land. But I want to narrow down your mind to what Bala Muhammad says sometime. He projected Funani, average Funani, as a globalist. And you know that the globalists today are in control of the world. And mind you that the Funanis are one of the globalists. And it cannot be taken out that they are being sponsored and they funded in all their activities to intimidate indigenous people into total submission. So, and one other thing that we also have to understand is this leave it to God mantra, and which is Christianity. It has destroyed us. These are not the kind of mantra we have when our mothers stood and they fought to the British tyranny against our people in about women protest of 1929. Neither does it what the Ekumek warriors we knew possess to stand the forces of the Britain. No, but we must have to x-ray where did we get it wrong and where we got it wrong from the corridor of this imported region that destroyed our values, and also the sponsorship of the globalists who are in control of the world today, because the globalists will always fund invaders against the indigenous people who want to maintain their tradition, their values, the norms and ethical values of the people. So these are some of the reasons. And another areas I want to touch is the case of our leader. Professor Jolas, let me tell you, the case of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ended on October 13th, 2022, where he was discharged and acquitted. I am not bothered about this resemblance or the common surname shared by this very assigned judge and the corrupt chief judge, which is John Tosho and the James Tosho. So I am not bothered, but of course, personally, as a writer in state media, I've started my campaign, and I urge every other member of our team also to open has just started. So any judge that comes up to maintain that our leader has a case to answer is and injustice judge. So we will not be our eyes open. Nigeria has made the greatest mistake, and the greatest mistake they made was extraordinary rendition a British citizen who traveled with British passport to Kenya, from Kenya to Nigeria. And like in one of my work, I stated on the basis of my argument was that Nigeria extraordinary rendition has created a legal barrier that Nigeria don't have the room to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on trial. The case has ended on October 13, 2022. And that is what it is. Any judge that comes to purportedly put him on trial is injustice judge. And we will resist it. Let me allow some of my comrades to make their input. God bless you. Oh, hey Biafra.
Almost hey Biafra. There were Mazi Oba. I'm now joined by Wada Tina. Dr. Tina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Mazi. Good afternoon from here.
There were Wada Udodrege.
Mazi. What I call to reiterate is some of the points you made and our people, I think the education we get on Radio Biafra is the best. American Indians, like you said, American Indians and Alaskan natives in America, where I live, is only 1.3% of the population today. That's according to their last census. And there are only 3.3 million out of 200 plus million people in America. So that population is but gone. They're almost finished. So that's what faces us. That is our plight. Our fight is essential. 1 in a million century fight. That's what we're engaged in. After we gain our independence, we must prepare for war, always be ready for war, because they will never leave us alone. Let me tell you why. Our enemies will continue to come. We have many ideological enemies in the world. Many. Like you say, the globalists will never leave us alone. Right now, our haters and our enemies are more powerful than us. So our prayer is that, number one, they start losing power or they have less power. Some time ago on Radio Biafra, you mentioned that there are gaps in Ohaji more than any other place in Africa. Let me tell you, I went to research a little bit about that. I just, like my children call it, deep dive. I deep dived into that, and I found out that we have 209 trillion cubic feet of what they call gas carbon deposit in Biafra land. And what I found was that 37.5 billion barrels of what they call proven oil, however they measure it, is found also in Biafra land. And this is more than any other African country, any other. And we are 8th in the world when it comes to the carbon deposits and the gas deposits and oil deposits in our country. So Biafra land has a lot of resources, and that's why we have big, huge, powerful enemies. Let that not escape your mind. Just have it in the back of your mind every time you're fighting. IPOB members, we have the most educated people about Nigeria. What we teach on Radio Biafra is the most education you can get about Nigeria, because we're telling you the truth. We know what we have, and we know why people are fighting us. That is why we have advantage. So advantage IPOB, advantage Biafra is that we know what we have, and we know we have enemies. So join IPOB so that we can fight this hard fight. This is a very hard fight, but we can win it. We can win it if we keep our focus. Nigeria can never create justice from injustice that they have already committed. It is recognized worldwide that kidnap is a crime. You kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then you bring him to court, and then you want to make justice out of that? It's impossible. So we continue to watch them. As we watch them, we know what next move we should make. So Mazi Jonathan, whatever you're teaching, just keep teaching. Just keep on. Please do not ever be, what's the word? Don't be discouraged. Do not be discouraged, because when you know more, you tend to be discouraged about some things because, oh my goodness, this is overwhelming. Our enemies are so powerful. It overwhelms me sometimes, but I refuse to be overwhelmed because I know that someday, those people who seem powerful today will be less powerful, and Biafra will regain our independence. So keep fighting. Thank you, dear brother. Thank you very much.
We keep on fighting and moving on. There is no discouragement, honestly speaking. You know, like what you said. If even I totally believe that the resources, let's say the crude oil and the gas in our land, is far, far more than they declared. It's them that are writing all these things, all these declarations. It's far more. I check it, I said, look, how do you think that EU will invest? I think the pipeline from our land to EU through North Africa, they invested, is it 30-something billion dollar? How do you think that they can invest such huge sum of money on something that is not so surplus, or more than surplus as they are putting it? Before God and man, I strongly believe that the gas, the crude oil and gas in our land is far more than what they are declaring in their write-up. It is very far, far more. It's far more. That's why do you think EU would just invest on, do you know, constructing pipe from our land to Europe? They invested at something $billion. It's not a little. It's not a small sum of money. Before they can invest this type of money, they know that they will get, even in a short time, they know that they will get more than 1,000 times more than in a very short time, because these people are plunderers. They are highly brutal in exploitation. I give it to them. They don't care about the lives of people outside their country. They don't care. As long as they are stealing, that is for their interest, they don't care. They don't care. Look at how I watch how they are massacring, killing the Alawites, the Christians in Syria, at point blank range. Point blank range. It's Russian television that will show you all this. They're killing them. It doesn't touch the Europeans. They are sponsoring terrorists, putting them in power just for their interests. And you are telling me these people will think they take your life as anything for their interests? No, you are mistaken. As one other said, yes, they are more powerful, physically powerful than us, but we have to play smart game. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, when it comes to Britain, we win them with superior arguments. That is smartness. That is why when I see many of our people being deceived by this experiment, I look at the brain. I look at their brain. I say, why do these people have a very watery brain? Watery. Do you think that you can do anything, restore Biafra through this social media noise that this boy is making? I have gotten a jet fighter. People are praising him. What type of people are these? In this world of today, 21st century, that the brutality of the West has increased to 1,000% or more than. Because they are brutal in making sure that they loot and exploit from others, mostly from Africa, in order to give their people good life. They don't care about other people's lives. These people are brutal. They are highly brutal. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan my professor. Mazi Jonathan. I greet Biafrans and I greet all the fellow comrades. On the topic that you are treating this evening, is a very, very vital one and interesting one for that matter. And I wish that Biafrans will key into this very center of worship to learn, because
Mazi, as you are speaking, what keep ringing in my mind is that Africa is the hope of the Western world. Without Africa, the Western world will not exist. And why is Africa the hope of the Western world? Is because of what Africa has. There is no way, like one other thing I said, there is no way our enemy can leave us alone. Because it's like asking a rich man to become a poor man. That rich man will think it more than 1,000. In fact, he can never allow such a thing to happen. That is the situation we are, and that is the situation of Africa. Congo is one of the biggest examples of what westernization exploitation is doing, and our land as well. So we have to rise up, and we have to, look into geopolitics. Very, very critical. That geopolitics program, Biafrans need it most, because that is what also helped Biafrans to understand the politics of this world. Now, Mazi, like you mentioned about, I read the news about Jack, who was sentenced by hanging. It's a call for protest. It's a call for revolution. Because if that happened, that means Fulanese has taken over the Nigeria totally. That once you touch any Fulani, you must go to jail or you will die. On another note of it, Mazi, I was thinking about it. I said, injustice to one is injustice to all. Evil is evil, and we must condemn evil. But most of the times, there are things that will happen when you begin to think upward. This thing that has happened to Jack is an injustice, and they want to kill that man for defending himself. And these things have been happening in many various communities. This is where the contraction, the British work came in. When it's happening to another people, the other side will never talk. And when it's happening to the other side will never talk. I was just pondering upon this. I said, when people cover clean justice and turn it as evil or injustice, that injustice will still return back to them. Which is what has happened to this very young man, and many of them cannot speak, because many people look at this injustice happening to many other people, but they didn't talk. I was just thinking about this. I said, this is what the system the British put Nigeria in.
Mazi, what happened is this: Britain, they made sure to divide Nigerian population. You see,
exactly.
Because the only way that people can fight injustice or can fight to have a better future, a good country, is when the people are together as a people in a democracy.
Exactly.
So, 1966 military coup, was meticulously planned by British intelligence, in order to offset the equilibrium of Nigeria today.
Everybody, yes.
So they turned everybody to hate Igbo. They say it's Igbo coup. Exactly. That thing, it continues. So the people, everybody, every other indigenous population are now focused, directed to hate Igbo. Now, like what you say, injustice to one should be injustice to all. But in Nigeria, injustice to one is not injustice to all, because it depends on who that injustice is being meted. No, people now start seeing, injustice depending on who is suffering it. That is the thing, and that is why Nigeria is gone. Because when the population that Nigeria is gone, there is no way you can bring out Nigeria. There's no way you can bring or better Nigeria. It's impossible. Once they succeeded in separating the people, the population that's supposed to be joined together in order to fight. Look at 2020 in September. Why did it fail? Because they put the virus of ethnicity. Igbos are destroying your goods, your properties in Lagos. I beg. Before, at the early time, people, the Nigerian youth, mostly the southern Nigerian youth, they were together fighting for injustice. But they use ethnicity and inserted that virus and say, you people say, what is happening? Now Lagos here, the Igbos, they destroy your properties. That word immediately brought separation. If people that were fighting before together say, oh yeah, let's go and burn somebody's, let's go and destroy somebody, a politician's house, let us go and the Yoruba say, I beg you Igbos now, they use us. Man, I go on, they shall go to finish. He started failing. He failed. That is the failing. So, any person that is telling you that Nigeria will go better, he is lying to himself. He knows the truth.
He's lying to
population
himself.
Are not the same. If Biafra comes, we have our ideology. That is why we preach here, for us to be ideologically coherent, one people, so that no politician can use any sentiment in order to divide the population. Any population divided is a country, equals to a country failed state. Because in a democracy, in every government, it is only the population that is capable of checkmating the ruling class. In Nigeria, you don't have it. That is why the politicians, the political class in Nigeria, they are mesmerizing everybody. Because no person can stand and fight. People cannot kill everybody. Majority of the people cannot come to stand behind the one person in order to challenge what the politicians are doing. So they have free hand. Mazi, please go on.
So, thank you, Mazi, for directing. Honestly speaking, Nigeria, nobody can repair Nigeria. Like now, you mentioned, as I watched about the Babangida book reviewed, and after that, many people begin to come out to speak that they never knew, they regretted fighting against the Igbos. As I was watching most of all this interview, I asked myself, after 30-something years, many people now came out to begin to tell people that they regretted because Babangida book has made it open. Now, the question I began to ask myself over that book launch, there are many Igbo Biafrans in military uniform who are in our land killing our people. And they are also seeing all these videos. These people are making revelation after Babangida book reviewed. Now, tomorrow, maybe in the next 10 years now, these some of our young Igbo brothers who are in the military uniform killing our own people in our land, we come on the television or one or two media to tell Biafrans that they regretted fighting against Igbos, against themselves, or some of all these Western people who are into military uniform. So, Mazi, when I saw all those people, I begin to ask myself, are you sure that our brothers who are in military uniform following these people to kill their own people are watching all these things? Because tomorrow, some of them will come out again to also make such a statement on a national television. So, there are things sometimes, Mazi, when you look at it, you see that Nigeria is mapped out, and in fact, British put Nigeria for self-destruction. They will be destroying themselves and they will be exploiting their resources. Coming to coming to indigenous people destruction, Mazi, as you teach it, that is how it is. Anybody who do not understand it, I don't know what he needs to understand that. These people do not want indigenous people to have control of their land. Because when indigenous people have control of their land, they can stand and fight against or to fight to protect their resources control. But by the time they destroy anything indigenosity, they can now take over land by themselves, and the Africa is a target point because of the resources they had. That is why Fulani can enter community and chase away the whole people from their community. So they are working in line with the Fulanis to make sure that anything indigenous is destroyed in this part of the world, Africa and Nigeria in particular, because of the resources control. Now, finally, Mazi, that may not take much of time. Biafrans and our comrades who are listening as well, the Yamufu case should be a case that we should report, because I kept on pondering upon this. There is one guy in Enugu State called Okuru Orandi Igbo. These things are happening in Yamufu. These people are not speaking for Igbo people, but they said they are speaking for Igbo people. And many other media or content creators who are supposed to, raise all this dust, every one of them are quiet, as if nothing is happening in Yamufu. And to our women also, I don't know if how other women are crying, other state women are quiet. We have CWO, we have traditional women organization, and so on and so forth. Nobody is even saying anything in solidarity to Yamufu women. So, Mazi, our people need to rise up. Our people need to speak up, because injustice to one, they say, is an injustice to all. And we must continue to maintain the truth. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity.
Mazi. We must continue. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. May God bless you for your good work. My name is Mazi Fine, calling from his location. Mazi, I've said it all. But our people never take action until they become a victim of what they don't know. That's when they will take action. Our leader have said it, time without number. Even when he went to Igbo World Congress, he told them what is about to happen. But all of them feel reluctantly, and they laugh our leader, mock our leader. And today, Mazi, you are still hammering the hammer in the head of the nail, telling our people to wake up and support this security network, because the danger ahead is more greater than yesterday. But they will not make move. I remember what our leader said. Our leader said that when the time will come and they will want us to command the army, and they will want our leader to command army, our leader said that he will not command the army, so that the rain calamity will be fall upon our people. That is, our people will be, there's no way to do that. again. Before policy for them. And that time is coming, though. I use this media to call upon all Biafrans all over the world. I call all over the world. Support IPOB, support the leadership. Support Eastern Security Network. Because Fulani herdsmen have decided with a Britain to take the land of indigenous people or any citizen or any country. But the only way they lay their hands is a zoo, because they say that is the gift that, and that is why they come to Yamufo and massacre our people. None of our governors talk. None of our politicians talk. Rather, the governors send our chiefs to go and make peace. Mazi, those chiefs can never be forgiven in our land, though. Over our dead body for those chiefs and their family be forgiven in the land. In this Koro eyes, we are seeing betrayal. We haven't got what we are looking. We see betrayal. People going to Southern of Sokoto begging them for them to be one for what our forefathers fought. These few individuals talk that they have everything and went to North. Mazi, we can never forgive and forget that thing, because these people can never be forgiven. Even if Biafra come, we can never forgive these people, this set of people, because it has shown that the betrayal and the sabotage is in their lineage. And that's the fact. Because if you continue like this, you will see when the Biafra finally come, you see people going to Fulani, because then we will know that all of them, both Fulani and the Yoruba, will like to fight us. And that is why we must be ready for war when Biafra will finally come. Because you see how they are gathering all the terrorists all over the world, forming all the terrorists. Mazi, do you think that they are forming all these terrorists for them to use it to develop their place? The answer is no. They are forming all these terrorists in order to use it to fight us when finally we go out of this zoo. And that is what our people don't know. Our people talk that is just coming on social media and being a content creator and dancing and doing party, forgetting that what is coming is very, very, very dangerous, which these people can never pity for them. I tell our people that your governor, your senators can never save you, because all these people have already bought house in all the foreign land. Their children is not in your land. They have already making their children all over the Europe, because they know that once you start, all of them will go there, and that's where they will remain. But you, a common poor Biafran like me, all over the world, you are struggling to make a living, to come back to your ancestral land. This is the time you have to support IPOB and the Eastern Security. Because whatever you make in that place, after coming back, you will find that Fulani have chased your family, chased your brother, kill your father, kill your mother, take your land. tell me, what are you going to do? And that is why our so-called politicians and our governors refuse to develop our land. Rather than we thief for our money and go to Europe and buy house like Obiano. The best example of them. But we must continue, Mazi. We are not going back. May God bless you.
You too. Caller on WhatsApp, you be the last caller. Please go on. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program and thank you for holding on.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
There, Mazi.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Good evening, Director of State. Sir, why I called in is because of my auntie that just called in. And he made me to felt a particular point when she was saying that these people are not ready to leave us. So that these people in quotation, I want to know. I know she's listening, or maybe someday she will come up to give me the answer. These people, is he talking about Nigerians, or is she referring to the European world, as in the colonial masters? Because why I'm saying this is this: in as much as you people, and many of you out there who have been consistent, and Director of State that have been consistent on this platform, fighting for this freedom for Africa, not just only Biafrans. I also believe that if her answer is yes, is Europeans, that we will still conquer them. Because some time ago, one of the ministers on this platform, Mr. Ikechukwu, he said that it is about 56 people that redeemed America. Now, those 56 people saw these weaknesses like the Biafran, the Igbos, in the individual Americans, when they rose up and shut the door against themselves and said, either we do this or we all die. Now, my question is, if she is still referring to the white colonial masters or to the Nigerian government, which I know that this war now is between the legal luminaries of IPOBs and also the Nigerian luminaries. Because if we are being provoked, we will do more than this, and the whole world will call us terrorists very soon. But if it is between these parties, please let our luminaries wake up and fight this fight within just a month, and they will win it. Because if it goes beyond this, I am promising everybody that this will look like the situation that brought about sit at home. Please, I want our Director of State to follow up now and talk to our luminaries to come up and let us understand, because our faith and our belief, let me not say belief, our factual understanding is that Biafra is identical in the constitution of Nigeria that we are living. Self-determination is written, and is boldly written that we are living. Please, sir, I don't know if I'm talking, but all I'm saying is that these 2 points that she made, this particular point, I am referring it, dividing it now in between the legal luminaries and also our Director of State, which represent the 56 persons who redeemed America. Please, this is all I can say for now. Thank you.
What I will tell you is this. This quest for the restoration of Biafra, or this freedom fighting, it has no timeline, for your information. It has no timeline. Any person that will come and tell you that within 1 month or within 1 year we are going to liberate Biafra, no, he's lying to his teeth. I mean, he's lying from his teeth. He's lying to himself. He has no timeline. And whatever is being, I said this before, that freedom fighting is dynamic. The way it was fought in 1967, it is not the same today, because the world have changed. The world have changed. People that are more powerful than you, If you are fighting with a more powerful person, even in physical fight, let me say 1-to-1, you are fighting with somebody that is huge, he has a body building, he's powerful. You see it as powerful, see the person as more powerful than you. You use your brain works. You become smarter than him to win him. Maybe before he near you, in order to catch you, to break you into pieces, you will not allow yourself to be caught by him. You can look at just no far away before now. Me would aja you could aja na la war nanya. Or ne mezika ohichanya ewu. That is tactics. He gets you hit where so we must be more smarter. There is something, the mentalities of some of our people. They thought that what we are doing. Look, let me tell you something. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started creating awareness. There is era of creation of awareness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started, doing things, saying many things on Radio Biafra, which attracted many of us. Because you must listen. When you listen, you say, who is this? What the person is saying is that, you don't expect the DOS to continue the same, because you have done it for years, for 10 years. It's just like, going to school. You primary school, from kindergarten, it's not the same thing. You have to graduate and enter primary, from kindergarten to primary, from primary to secondary. It's not the same thing. Now from secondary you enter tertiary education. It's not the same thing. You have every move is maturity. Every move you make, the higher you go, it means maturity, and you do things differently. Like in secondary school, teacher will come and start teaching, writing, give you this and that, start staying long. But once in tertiary, in university, a teacher can just come here and give you, say, okay, go and research about this and go his way. Not up to 10 minutes. Go his way. It is for you to do the research, to do the work. It's no more like in secondary school, where you stay there, you ask your teacher will teach you how this and that happen, and after you will stay there for maybe 1 hour. You start asking questions, because that is the level. So the level we are now, people should not be expecting. Like when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned the newly, many people were calling, let one IPOB, the DOS be coming out even on television, on social media, be talking like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be doing so that people. I say, but so our people, you don't have, are we one for put out the coding? Is it the same thing, Mazi? Same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did it since even 2013, 2014, 2015. That is the way, he must continue. The DOS will come, start every day. Oh yeah, we do this. Oh yeah, if this and that didn't happen, and they keep a threat, and then you threat. Come on, can't we be matured? If you have a child, don't the child grow? Don't you want him to grow? When your child is a little, you always carry him, you pamper him, on with you always. Anytime he break again, but the time comes, the more the child grows, the more even he wants to become isolated. Yeah, I said, well, you can die your child. He said, no, Daddy, I'm a grown up. Please leave me. Because it's maturing. There are sometimes even you want to take your child to school on car. He said, no, Daddy, I don't carry me. I don't want you to be carrying me. I can be going by myself. Don't worry. It's a sign of maturity. Are you hearing me? It's a sign of maturity. But why do our people want to stay in the same place, enjoying the same entertainment? Because that is what some of our people say. I enjoy what you are saying. I heard that statement. I am enjoying your program. Why are you enjoying? Am I an entertainer? So people want to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so continue DOS every day. You know, the same thing now continue you know, the DOS will be saying the same thing, making the same threats. Does it show any maturity at all? Which means we don't move. We are still in one place. This is because of this mentality that many of our people now fall into the trap of Nigerian agent experiment, because they want to see, you know, they want the same thing. No maturity, no changing, no moving forward. The same. So they see somebody, they are watching him on Facebook, on Twitter, is giving you, entertaining you. You know, he understands the mentality of our people. He could go buy shine, put in his house. Shine. They watch his background, shine. But he will show you his watch. You know, now, hey, this is what our people want, entertainment. No. You continue being entertained, but no job is done. It's just entertainment. Serious job is now done at the background, because now things have entered another stage. Don't you know that? The renditioning of our leader even make things to progress more. Now the world community are now putting more and more. Say, come, what is happening? This thing, let us see, what is, are these people only making noise? What is happening? When they see people following as a still making noise, they say, these are useless, these are noisemakers. You know? He wants to, our people wants entertainment, not the reality, so that onye baby onye rochoro data bia izure kono na bed o tinye ihe na ya orichana nni ko bia se entertainment oputazie nenye don't worry, don't worry na hey honorable no maybe emepela ya no na bed no poor say I hear you go with the man water we move. Or they happy. That is that cycle, the same cycle. No, let us think maturely and act maturely, honestly speaking. And maturity is moving from one level to another. That is maturity. So, don't expect everything that the leadership is doing, they come. Why no now? When we go to the world order there. Did you see that? Joe, this Amazonian leader, I once interviewed him here on this radio. I know what afterwards I talked with him privately later. That is after the program. We discussed a lot. I understand his mentality. You know, so it's the same thing. Where are they now? Now, what about the movement? This world order, the world order is a hypocritical. That is how the world is working now. It's no more when you if you only talking it, they record it on social media. They will use it to judge you before you know Agbogi terrorists or our people should understand this. Because just as one of our brothers say, a globalist, Celestine Opa, yes. The Fulani, he said they are global. A Fulani man is a globalist. To align themselves with the globalists, and we are seeing what the globalists are doing in this world. So for you to understand, so if you mess up that hatred, because I won't The Britain, how get you one thing, pinpoint on their whole terrorist. It would the struggle. It would the struggle. What are you going to do? You are not a day powerful like them. So we need to be smart. But you will you understand? You pronounce that now IPOB so that the thing will backfire and you will now go. You disappear and say now you start blaming. It's when you get blame because our people are blamers, looking for people to blame. That is the thing. So our people should be wise. Our people should be wise. Now, here comes for wisdom. Here calls for wisdom. Now is this the time that wisdom should be our watchword. That is the thing. So, as they are watching tonight, where are they? Where are they? I think he only publicly that he is not afraid to be called a terrorist. Now, how many people are there talking about his release? Are demonstrating as we did as we are doing on our leader's case. How many people? For you to understand that Neme is very, very fragile. If the DOS, had it been the DOS, succumb to the pressure of some of our people, may like this, may no, take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, okay, here backfire. What the same people get to blame now and themselves, yourself. If okay, even if I follow someone, why didn't you? You are a leader. Our people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say our people was one beke. No. So, according to Mazi, Edozemi say, we are not here. IPOB is not here to entertain our people. We are not here to make you happy, to say what will make you happy, so that you enjoy. You go and sleep. And think that everything is okay. We are not here as pastors to preach to you that tomorrow is good, that everything is okay, that you don't have nothing to worry about. No, we have many things to worry about. We tell you the truth. That is how it is. So that he can't manage the situation we are in. If you want to sign to be a soldier, they will tell you on the enrollment paper. You go here, you see that this thing ain't assigned. You can die. You have the possibility of being killed. It's in doggy on war front on any mission. You can lose your life. It's not to make you happy. It's a serious business. Our people think that everything is to make you happy. But freedom fighting, we have to come and people now they happy. Happy for what? We are in a mess. We need your support financially. Whether you are IPOB or not, you support. You don't need to be an IPOB member to support us financially. That is the situation. Because here in all the too much. Here in IPOB in all of the too much. Many things now go on the ground, but you don't know. That is the thing. And the one here be a like that, it will backfire because our enemies are listening. So, understand that. We see this Biafra restoration. We must continue. It is a mission that must be fulfilled. As for Britain, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we are going to win them with superior argument. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our tradition. Biafra is our ideology. Biafra is our religion. Therefore, we must continue to making sure that our mission of restoration is fulfilled. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, it is simply good evening.